What's up, y'all? Straight to the point. Let's get right to it. Before I get this video started, let me go ahead and give a shout out to the brothers Ticket TV. Definitely go sub to his platform. Also give a shout out to the brothers 78 Sports. Definitely go sub to his platform. And also want to give a shout out to the brother Too Raw for TV. Definitely go sub to his platform too. And the whole entire LDBC Lions Den basketball and boxing community. Salute to everybody in there. Now let's go ahead and get right to it. Now, Dame Lillard, man, I've already said enough, but I'm gonna go a step further though. Sorry about that. Dame Lillard needs to take notes from a guy like a Steph Curry. He needs to take notes from a guy like Tyrese Halliburton. He needs to take notes from a guy like a Jalen Brunson. Why do I bring those guys up? Because when things aren't going their way, they don't feel bad and feel sorry for themselves, or just try to continuously shoot their team out of a ball game. Okay. Now there have been times when I've seen them do some take some ill-advised shots and stuff like that, but for the most part, all of them have an understanding of what the true point guard what it means to be a true point guard. Now, Steph Curry, I've stood on this, and I'm gonna continue to say this. He can play the point guard, but he's by nature, he's seen to me as a combo guard. Pretty much, and I see Steph Curry more as a shooting guard. Okay, and everybody gets so offended when I say that. Look, it's the same thing with Jamal Murray. I don't see Jamal Murray as a point guard. I see him as a combo guard, because if you go look at some of the references, or you go look at his bio, it'll say, some of them will say shooting, some of them will say point guard. 9 times out of 10, if you pull it up, sometimes it's gonna say point guard. But I think if you go to Basketball Reference, which is what I go to, it'll say shooting / point guard. But anyways, back to Dame. It's interesting. I was watching the Gilbert Arenas podcast. Shout out to him. And they were talking about Dame. I think at that point they were 3-6 or something like that. And they said that Doc Rivers doesn't know how to coach Dame. And also, I think it was Rashad McCants. Might have been Rashad McCants. I think both of them probably agreed on this. That Dame Lillard is supposed to be an all-star, but he's not playing at an all-star level. We can go ahead and say that. He's not playing at an all-star level. He's not playing at a Hall of Fame level. He's not playing at an NBA top 75 level. But everybody wants to, they want to cook other players. But this guy needs to continuously get cooked. Okay? That's why I mentioned the brothers at the beginning of this video, because they've been flaming Dame Lillard since he came to the Bucks. Now, I said it wasn't going to work. Yeah, they got on paper, the Bucks are at second. Either second or third or something like that. I hadn't taken a look, but at one point they were, at second, but they were still losing to some teams that they weren't supposed to lose to. and they lost to Miami, got blown out, got stomped. Then they lost last night to the Wizards. I mean, I said this, if they're gonna talk about championships and championship expectations, because everybody keeps telling me, oh yeah, well, you got to give them time to gel. Shout out to the boy Stephen Green, one of the subs. He's also a content creator himself. Go sub to the brother Stephen Green. He was telling me, you got to give it time. You got to give it time and stuff. And so did one of my other partner, my partner Ron, man. He was sitting up here saying, man, you got to give it time and all this other stuff. But I can understand that if I see the effort there. But I keep explaining to you, and I keep explaining to other guys, that the effort is not there. And I'm not just talking about with offense. I'm talking about doing other things. I'm not going to just continuously say, oh yeah, defense, because we know that Dame is not a defender. The Milwaukee Bucks, they knew what they were getting. They knew what they were getting. Giannis, he knew what he was getting. You're not getting a two-way player. You're not getting somebody that is going to try to do other things when the game ain't going his way. You're not getting that type of player. I'm sorry. Okay? You're not getting that type of player. You're getting somebody who, when things ain't going right, he's gonna continuously shoot. He's shooting a low percentage. He's taking a lot of shots. Well, no, I take that back. I think his shots have decreased, actually. That's one of the things that Gilbert Arenas was talking about too. He went from taking I think it was 20-something shots to I think it was 13, 15 or something like that shots. But at the same token, you're still not producing. Still not producing. And with the whole top 75 thing, see, that's why? Because of all NBA? Yeah, for real, they need to redo the top 75. Unfortunately, they're not going to be able to do that. I mean, it's set in stone, but it's like once these guys, well, AD is actually playing pretty good. There was a lot of people that felt like Anthony Davis shouldn't have been in there either. And there's no knock. Now, see, there's no knock on Anthony Davis. It's just that they felt like he hadn't done enough. They felt like his resume wasn't as good as a guy like Dwight Howard, who actually led a team to the finals. Although they didn't win, but he actually led a team to the finals. He actually had a defensive player for three seasons in a row. And he led the league in blocks, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his resume was pretty damn good. And he was seen as the premier big man at one time. Now, I didn't say he was the most skilled or nothing like that, but he was the most athletic defensive big man at that time. But he's deserving of being in the NBA 75. I've already talked about that before. Dame Lillard, he doesn't exemplify that. He doesn't show that. That's not top 75 quality. Okay, now there is another half. Listen, okay, there's always another side to the coin. Okay, There is another half of basketball to play, okay? I will give the Bucks that. But they are going to have to make some adjustments. And look, Doc Rivers is not off the hook here either. Well, pretty much, you know, the whole entire team is not off the hook. Because I think it was, I want to say, I think it was Too Raw for TV. He said Giannis has to be a better leader, and I agree with him on that. And I love Giannis, man. I've defended Giannis. I always defend Giannis. That's why I be tripping on my guy Herman Buddy. Shout out to him, Memphis finest. When he say Giannis ain't got nothing in his bag, I'm like, you tripping. But I will agree that Giannis, he's got to be a better leader. He leads by example, but he does have to be more vocal and pull stuff out of those players. So, y'all let me know what you think. Leave your comments. Straight to the point. I'll get at y'all later.